certainly give Illinois credit, and they beat us today, and I've always had a ton of respect for Lovey and what their team's doing. It's a good team, and we've got to do better to give ourselves a chance. And each week, it's the challenge. And I thought that we just didn't do enough, and obviously make enough plays to win this game, and they did. And certainly we got to be offensively. We're in the red zone and didn't come away with enough points. We got to be better there, and defensively, they did a good job. They had some big plays against us, and obviously at the end, we didn't. I don't think we played complimentary football. You have a big fourth down stop, and your last two drives end in turnovers, and giving them a chance. That it's always hard to win on the road, and you make it that much harder. And there's a lot of areas, each individual. We got to get better at and learn from, and then move forward.
Well, you mentioned the turnovers.
Yep.
Could punch it in one.
Right.
They had some big plays. Their offense had some big plays. So many uncharacteristic plays for Wisconsin today. What do you think was?
Yeah, I think there's a. I don't know that I know for sure. That we had the opportunities. We got them backed up, and then we get the face mask penalty, and then we had them on a stop, and we jump off sides, and certainly you go look at that, and you're inside the in the red zone, and you've got to come away with more points. And certainly thought we had a good week of preparation. It's not that I look at and say, but you got to go out and play each game. And both teams played today, and Illinois made more plays than we did.
Paul, you mentioned good week of it. Is there any indications that maybe something was off coming into this from your guys?
No.
Also, it's another tough challenge next week. Obviously, you think that it'll be difficult to get these guys to refocus on that at all, given the goals that they had that just happened on the field?
No, this group likes to play, and I don't worry about that right now as far as them coming back and being ready. Obviously. It's a great challenge. It's an opportunity, and we need to make sure we're all ready.
Josh, we're being late, but the mistakes late, some slopping play. How do you respond? What's your thoughts?
I think that there's a component to playing the game. And if you do that and it's a different score, maybe they don't show as much, right? But and you have to. They also made some plays. It was a heck of a pick, and yet, obviously, like to have that one back. This guy's going out, and you get to play and compete each week, and obviously we didn't. And I'm not trying to dodge it. We didn't make enough of those plays, in different areas that you need to win the game. I think we got to be better.
What defensively? They spread you out in order to gas you.
Yeah.
You guys have been so good against that for the most part.
Right, and it's a different it's a different team you're playing, right? And they did a good job of it, and there's some opportunities where we had a guy there and don't finish on the tackle, and they've got good players, and they made some plays too, and obviously we all can do our part better.
What did they do? It seems like some of the recent teams you played they didn't stop JT, but they slowed him, and Illinois did that.
Yeah.
What were they doing, and did that factor into giving John the ball twice on the goal line?
Yeah, I think it at that point, what they did a good job up front, and they did a nice job. They were going to play us with the two safeties and up front. Thought of going in. It was a good front and a lot of respect for the backers, and I think early, some of the movements got us on that. And then, at the time, coming in and the first one we'd run a similar type play. When JT scored on it, and whether doing that, we went back to John, and then had a whole different front on the third one.
You can't just have one player. He lost a little bit of confidence in Rush. 37-yard, I'm sure you expect that's in his wheelhouse.
Yeah, he's certainly capable of that, and felt good, and even at the times where you didn't know how many possession game, and I don't know, Jeff, that you say that we've lost confidence in him right now. Would we have liked for him to make it? Would he have liked? Absolutely.
Is that an auto call on the goal line when they get fire on 4th down because you're going to go up 2 possessions that you're going to kick it? Did you contemplate
That
not
was
kicking it?
you're working through that, and then you're trying, okay, how do you make it a 2-possession game? And that's what it came down to, obviously. Now you wonder about that.
You juggled your O-line at the start. Is that an ideal situation at this stage of the year to be
Right.
around with the O-line like that?
It's I think anytime you do something like that, you're gonna you're open to criticism. I think it's was the right thing, kind of where we're going with it, and kind of where guys were health-wise and whatnot.
Paul, you hadn't been on the road since August, hadn't had a close 4th quarter, Northwestern a little
Right.
bit, so really all season. How difficult is that when it's kind of the first time, and how do you think you guys handled those situations?
Yeah, I mean, well, obviously, we just had a loss on the road, right? And so how do we handle it? You'd like to handle it better. If you really say it, I think that's what the game was. I thought as far as the travel itself, that's part of it, and the schedule is what it is, and that certainly isn't the reason why we got beat today.
Well, you mentioned where guys are health-wise, we're asking
Yep.
about Tom. Are you saying that Bergman is not fully healthy today?
You just kind of, there's some things where we had to work through with some of those guys.
Anything else for Coach?
That response or that message in the locker room afterwards is, as far as handling this together, Paul, the message you gave to the kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is this something where you start trying to build up their confidence now, heading into next week?
I mean, I think it's you take each opportunity, and what is it, and what is the opportunity for us to learn from, grow from, and there's a lot of those lessons today, right? And we need to do that, and then apply it going forward. All right,
Thanks,
thanks.